Hello everyone, this is Flynn. In this video I'm going to show you how the progress I've made on implementing roll saves, or save rolls, right? So when one of your monsters or creatures take damage, you're going to want to take a save roll to negate that damage. And that's just another kind of mechanic I want to have in my game. You know, if you have a save roll, there will be ways to improve your save, or to increase the chances of negating wounds, right? And there'll be various ways of doing that, you know, through buffs or area effects. So let me demonstrate what I have so far. The two smaller orcs are the two orcs you're controlling, and the two larger orcs are going to be the opponent's orcs. So the little guys are going to be attacking the big guys in this video. So let me select this orc right here. I changed the name from bitch ass orc to orc with range, AoE, and buff. So I'm going to end my movement phase, and then I'm going to do a range AoE attack. I have something called Fire Blast, and I don't have the stats here. I will put that eventually there, but you know, I think again, all my abilities, you need a 4-up to be successful to get that ability off, right? So for this Fire Blast, you're going to need a 4-up. You're going to get it off, and it's going to do. I can't even recall how much damage. It might be able to do about 5 damage, I think. And I also changed the health of all my orcs. All my orcs have 5 health, right? And so the armor save, I'll say right now, of my orcs is a 6-up. So you need to roll a 6 on a d6 to negate a wound, right? That's pretty bad, but you know, I don't want terribly high saves. But for demonstration purposes, this enemy orc right here is actually going to have, what did I do here? So this is what I did here. They have an armor save of 6. But I gave them like a buff, you could say, a modifier of 3. So they increased their armor save to a 3-up now, because 6 minus 3 is a 3-up, 3 or higher to roll a successful negate roll. And you know, 3 is probably pretty severe, but I might have a buff in this game that, you know, increases the damage save modifier by 1 or 2. You know. So basically, when this orc here, this little guy attacks this big guy here, this big guy is going to be rolling an armor save, and he only needs a 3-up. And for this big guy up here, he's going to need a 6 to save, or negate a wound. Okay, so let's do my Fire Blast here. I don't know if can't remember if I showed you guys this or not, but this is an AoE damage attack. See, this is where, you know, my game starts to shine, when I can do stuff like this. And so there are 2 monsters I think I can grab with this here. I can grab both of the big guys here. So let's see if I can get it off. And I'm going to keep rolling until I get it off. So let's see here. I need a 4-up, like I said earlier. I got a 2. All right, let me just ignore that. Let me go back to my next ability phase and cast it again. All right, well, I'm going to cast it again. We got a 3. Now I got a 5. Cool. All right, so the looks of this is still a work in progress, but so I have successfully attempted to do damage to these 2 orcs. I got both these guys about to take damage. So these 2 guys need to take save rolls, and you know, again, the purpose of this game is to kind of like be interactive with dice. You know, I could have created a game where you know, all this stuff could have happened automatically for you. I could have rolled the dice behind the scenes, and you wouldn't see anything. But I like to have the players roll the dice to see the outcome. So basically, I have 2 boxes that pop up and on top of the affected target. Right, these 2 are about to take damage, and I mean, right now, I would just like the player to just click it, and then, you know, the save rolls will be rolled for you. Now, I am still player 1, remember, and these 2 orcs are players 2, so I made it where only the players who own the orcs can make the roll, right? So I'm going to try right now as player 1 to try to make the roll. I'm going to click on this yellow box, and I got a little debug message that this is not your creature. And I'll probably have something more visual, later on in the development. So what I got to do now is change my player to player 2, right? So now I'm player 2. I can still select all these guys. Cool. But since these are my affected units, these are about to take some damage. As player 2, I'm going to click these little boxes. And so I was about to take 4 damage here. My save roll is 6, remember, so I had 4, 3, 3, 3, I think. So I probably took 4 damage. All these guys start with 5, so let me click him. Yeah, so he took 4 damage, and now he only has 1 left. Now, here's an interesting thing here. I'm going to switch back to player 1 real quick. And this is a mechanic I'm going to develop. I've developed. And that this mechanic is like, as long as there's a test or roll, a save roll that needs to be rolled for, my player is kind of frozen. Like, I am contingent. I can't do anything. It's dependent on the other player on finishing all their save rolls. So if I do something like this, I have to wait for my opponent to make their save rolls, and that makes sense, right? So I'm going to try to select my orc and try to cast this another ability, or I'm going to try to end my phase. Now I can't do any of that, right? Because these guys still need to make a roll. So let me go back over here, back to player 2, and this guy's about to take 4 damage, right? There's 4 dice. This fire blast does 4 damage. Now this guy has a 3-up to negate wounds because he has a 6-up normal and a 3 modifier. So that makes a 3 or higher to negate wounds. So let's see how many wounds he takes. He'll probably take 2 wounds if I did the math right. So he took 2, right? He started with 5. He negated 2 wounds, and then he took 2 wounds. So everything is copacetic right now. Everything's good with these guys. Everything's working as planned. Let me go back to my orc here. Let's go ahead and cast a speed haste for his movement, just for the fun of it. Good, nothing happened. Anyway, let me go up to this orc right here, my other guy, and he has a melee attack called Savage Strike, and then one direct fireball. This is different than the fire blast. So let me do the let's do a fireball right here. I got long range for this, and let me go ahead and shoot this orc right here. So I'm gonna cast to see if I even get it off. No, failed. Well, let me do Savage Strike. See, I'm out of range of this orc, so I'm gonna do Savage Strike and the orc right in front of me, and I got it. Cool. I forgot how much damage it does, but you gotta click this yellow box to kind of continue. Can't end my phase or anything. So let me go back to player 2 here. Player 2. I select the yellow cube. So it did 3 damage. Remember, 6 up, so you failed all 3 of them. So now he has that -2 health because he failed all 3. You needed 6s to pass. So this guy's technically dead, and that's another thing I need to design in this game. What happens when a creature dies? So let me go back to player 1, end my phase. Let's go back to this guy. Let's see if we can cast a fireball successfully. Cool, he got it. Boom, he's doing some damage to this guy. Go back to player 2. He's gonna click here. Probably only takes 1 damage. Yeah, so he only took 1 damage. He has a 3-up save, remember? So this guy's really tough. So that's working pretty good here. I like this. Eventually I plan on designing a 2v2 game, and when you do AoEs like that, you might be affecting multiple creatures that are not yours, and more than one player, right? It might be affecting 2 other players when you do like a fire blast like that. So when you're playing against 2 different opponents, each creature might have their own yellow box, and their opponents are going to need to make rolls for it. And one thing I want to point out is this one. I tried to click that as player 1. I got to go as player 2 to try to click it. As player 2 tries to click this, he can't be clicking this one too. There's only 1 dice roll per time. So that one's finished. Now I can click this one. Cool. I noticed that this little stone here is floating in the air. I try to move it out of my way, but I think I put it in the air. But anyway, I mean that's the goal here, to have save rolls. So that's a nice mechanic in this game, and I try to make it simple, where players can just kind of seamlessly, be somewhat interactive in the game when you're rolling dice, but not too burdensome. People can just, they're like, oh yeah, look, my creature is about to be affected by some damage here, So I'm going to make a roll here, and then make a roll here, and whatever I succeed, I negate, and everything else goes to damage. I might even consider another functionality where I make rolls to prevent effects, right? Because some of these abilities are going to be doing effects to you too, not just damage. Like I might want to do an effect to slow your movement, or to slow your ability roll, or to reduce your chance to do a successful ability, or I might reduce your armor save, and I might have some creatures with abilities to negate effects altogether, like on a special roll. So there's a lot of things I can do with this roll. I call it a reaction roll, but most of these reaction rolls are going to be just to negate wounds, really, or save rolls. So I'm pretty happy with this mechanic. I'm not sure what I'm going to be working on next. Either adding some UI detail, where maybe put some health bars on top of my guys, or adding more abilities. There's a lot more abilities I want to code in this game. But we'll see. We'll see what I get to in the next video. All right, that's it.